it's very difficult to carry out continuously the concentration energy. Therefore, sometimes we feel that we practice, we have the energy, and then we lost it right away in a half an hour or something like that. The problem is that we didn't deepen enough our concentration, or we did not clear on the obstruction in our meridian, the energy channel. That's why if we not practice on a regular basis, we don't have much benefit. We need to practice more oftenly, and we need to practice a little bit more seriously, so we can see the benefit. And the benefit again is not only for ourselves, it is for our loved one, our family member, the whole community, and the universe. This morning we talk about the benefit of sitting meditation in general. But if you still working, you still dealing with the society, you will see the session in the morning. It's totally different with the session in the evening. If you are a good practitioner, and if you pay attention to the way you act, the way you impact the surrounding environment and people, especially when you look deeply, you see how much you change yourself and the society when you practice on a daily basis, especially in the morning. Why is that? For example, after you finish the 8-hour working, you ride your car back home. On the way home, you stop at a car wash. You fill up the gas tank. You check the radiator. You check the steering wheel. You check on the car fluid, and you make sure. Okay, it's a nice weather. The next day you do the car wash. So you have a very nice car, right? And then you fill up on the fuel on the liquid in the car. So you get ready, and you go on, and you put it in the garage. So everything in a perfect state. But what happens if the next day you not put the key and stop to ride? Even though the brand new car is full of the fuel energy, it still stays there, right? The same thing in our body. At night time, even though we go to bed early, at the perfect time, we wake up at the perfect time. So when we go to bed at the perfect time, our body physically relaxed totally on the muscle, the blood vessel dilate, and on the toxin we push out early in the morning, on the hormone refill on in our body. And around 3 a.m., the cosmic energy fill up to recharge our body fully, physically, physiological, and psychological. But it's not full charge for the psychological body and the spiritual body yet, unless you sit up and you do the meditation to lift it up and get ready. Especially the longer we sit, the deeper you reflect on our mind. Our mind is look like a mirror. Right? It looks like a mirror. The longer you sit, the deeper you look and you reflect on your mind. The mirror will be clearer, brighter, like a brand new mirror. If you have an old mirror, the reflection is not really good, not really clear, not really far away, right? But if you have a good mirror, it will reflect much better, clearer, very detailed and very far. The same thing like our mind. So if we not wake up early, we not sit still deeper in our mind enough, our mirror not clear. So if we do it, and you will see what happens. Our mirror now very bright, very clear, and the reflective um, the reflective affinity will be very good. And what happens? What is the real benefit? Every single phenomenon in life, just the energy. Even though I told you this cup, you think this is a ceramic cup, right? But it's not. This is the energy. The computer, the sound you can hear from what I'm saying is the energy. The image I show you there, that is the energy. So all the event, all the phenomena in the universe, all that is the energy. So the same thing, our mind is the receiver and the projector. But if it be clear and different line on the good mirror, it can reflect very detailed and very far. So if you do that on a daily basis in the morning, even though when you encounter an unexpected event, you will sense in advance. You will have a feeling, you will sense that because that's the energy, it will come toward you. And you will feel it, you will sense it. The clearer your mind, the deeper your mind, the more sensitive you can feel that. Because all that just the energy. And you don't have to be the mind reader, you don't have to be the one who has supernatural power yet. But at least if you practice that, you can have a feeling when an unexpected event comes toward you. You have enough time and energy to resolve the issue easier than if you're not good prepared. And with the one you already posted on agenda, easy because you are already in the advanced state. You saw the problem and you do work, okay, very nice, very neat and very clear. We are already in advance. We are already ready. On the other hand, if we not practice meditation in the morning, our mind is blocked, not ready. So and then if what happens if we go to bed late, we wake up late, so we don't have enough time in the morning, we rush and we have tea, coffee, and we don't know where we put it. And okay, and then we got wrapped here, and then okay, we have to wrap and learn back, and we forgot the paperwork, and we always have to catch up behind, and more stress coming out, right? The more stress comes out, the more tired, the more free ride for relief. And you feel really exhausted, burn out energy. And finally, at the end of the day, the same half an hour or 45 minutes you sit down to purify your mind. It makes longer time and more energy to do the same work. So the session in the morning, it had a positive effect. And it helps us in the advanced state to see whatever we'll encounter in the future. The longer you sit, the clearer your mind, the more, the far away you can feel, the clearer you can see. And even though you can train your mind that way, you can adapt to any environment. any continent, any condition. You don't need to have alarm clock. You don't really need to have an agenda. You can adapt and you can feel what you need to do and how the souls can come out. That's why I say the wisdom coming out when you have it right, deep in mind. Just one example, you see like in the mosque 2011, the event happened in Japan. You see how people react and what lesson we can learn from that event. Even though in a very workshop like that, Japanese react in a very calm way, very beautiful way, not only the adults, the very young children and almost everyone. Why is that? They already practiced that for a long time. They apply it into every single field of society, art, music, in school, in army, in anywhere. And even though in the industry, they hire people, they have to find out the one practice meditation and the one have a tradition practice meditation. And before they do the orientation for training, they have to send the new employee to the Zen center to train for the meditation, for mindfulness, before they do the orientation training for the career. And also, during the time they work, before they get to the factory, they usually stop by at the public meditation center and they do meditation. That way, they have a very high technology, very good quality control. And then I told you yesterday, doesn't matter what is the product, what is the product price, anything. If we bring it in, we eat everything we want, we drink anything we like, and we don't check the product coming out. You see, that's totally wrong. We need to have the QC, and we need to check the product to see the quality. And for that, we can improve or we can correct whatever happened in the middle of the process, the production process. The same thing in here. We have to have a way to check our behavior, to screen our mind, and to correct it, to identify. If we cannot recognize, we cannot transform it, we cannot change it. And the only way to recognize that by meditation. The longer we meditate, the better benefit we have. And we will say that with me, I can go to any continent and I can travel from the North America or to the Europe, to Asia, anytime, any day. And the weather doesn't matter if cold, if hot, we have to adapt it right away. Within an hour when we landed, and the same thing, the longer I sit, the longer I can feel the energy out there. So, that is first thing. The second thing, again, we're already talking about the downside of everything, right? The protective mechanism of our body, the healing mechanism of our body, the good side and the downside. Now the same thing for meditation. You know, meditation is a shortcut way, and it's the basic method for every single field to apply or use the cosmic energy to transform that, to liberate our spiritual life, to lift up the society and the cosmos. So if we go rapidly, directly, it's quick, right? It's fast, it's powerful. But then if we go in the wrong direction, It's very dangerous. The other thing, you use it here, not in America, but in Vietnam, in Asia. For the last century, whenever people are talking about Zen or meditation, they scare. Because why? Because they think people, when they practice Zen or meditation, they can be crazy in a psychotic problem. Yet that happens. That's true. But because they don't know why that happened, and they don't see the benefit, the whole benefit of the people who got the benefit, they just see the negative side, right? Because when they got the benefit, especially supernatural power, or you have some special skill. If you are a good practitioner, you don't have people, you don't want people to bother you. And because that's not your goal is to liberate your mind to get a higher spiritual life, to help people in the wider range. It's not just the regular thinking in the mundane world. But for people, other people, they use the technique to have some low supernatural power and abuse that and try to give people the wrong image. So when you got that, okay, you have a side effect, that is the downside of that. And one of the downside, most people know that okay, people will become crazy, psychotic, problem. Why? I have to bring the issue up because it happened in some big monastery, to the monastic, to the long-term practitioner, to the one devoted to practice. If you sit half an hour every day, twice a day, you may not have this experience because you not get deep into concentration, you didn't get any energy up yet. But when you want to devote to have a higher energy and you practice longer, you sit an hour and a half or 2 hours or longer, you will see the effectiveness of that. You will see, you will experience some very special skill. But and then, if you're not careful, you will drop into the wrong direction once in a while. The first thing, and we already know, body and mind cannot be separate. And we are using our physical body to recognize and to transform our physiological body and psychological body on the mind. See? So that way when we sit, for example, that's why I go around to check and to correct your posture. The purpose of sitting to breath or to block the leaking of energy, go down, back to the earth. Right? So that's what we want. So we compress it, so we pull it up. The more we compress, the longer we sit, the more energy we pull up. To the maximum level, it go up and go out. Liberate up. So, what is the downside of that? If some people, they want to devote for that totally, or they press too much, they not listen to their body. So at the first few hours, okay, relax, energy. But after that, because of pain, because the pressure, it becomes very tense. And it not, instead of let go, take it easy, now they struggle. And then from that struggling, the positive effect turn out to be negative, like the energy pyramid we talked about yesterday. The higher level, the more powerful, right? But and then when we use it wrong, or when we make a mistake, it's totally opposite. Like we have a car, If alcohol in the oven, not powerful, slowly, we ride very slow, but when we make a mistake, the accident is not terrible. But if we have a powerful new car, we ride really fast, very powerful to get up to the mountain, but in slightly unmindful second, we can get into the very terrible accident. So the same token applies to here. When the energy we sit long, we compress it, and now instead of let it grow, relax it, can put it up totally. Now when we have a feeling of pain, or when we sit with the spinal incorrect, that pressure will compress and it will destroy the internal organ, physical touch. But when we have a problem with physical, usually people have strained knee, have a hemorrhoid, have a stomach problem, have a hernia, because the pressure will build up and it cannot get through here. So the first thing it will make the unharmonic or compress or damage the internal organ. So when we have the internal organ damaged, we cannot eat well, we cannot have hormones regularly, we cannot sleep well. So what happens next? Energy goes down, feel tired, stressful, and then from physical problem, now it becomes physiology problem and psychology problem. So that's why they feel crazy, nasty. The other thing, when we sit still, we try to observe our mind to recognize and transform the unwholesome or to let go. We not try to suppress or go behind it. If we go behind it, we follow it, okay, we are losing in unmindfulness. But if we suppress that, we are a battle, fighting for ourselves. We not only run out of energy, but we will experience the consequence of tiredness, and the byproduct of that coming out, it will damage the brain cell. So we come out with a very tension, very crazy, very nasty. The other aspect, some people think here that, oh, I meditate, I see this, I see that, I think that's something wrong. You have a way to contemplate, but I didn't have an opportunity to go through that. I think when we do the breathing technique combined with imagination, okay, so we may use that even to contemplate. But and then after we have that prayer, okay, we have to let go and let our mind like a mirror. Otherwise, we looking for some image, or we expect something to see. And the more we expect, the more we follow that, okay, the more we get lost. So that is something happen for people when they not follow the instruction. And the more we practice in the wrong direction, the farther we get lost. So back to the reality. If you practice half an hour every day, twice a day, you may have the benefit for relaxation, detoxification of your body, your mind. You may feel calmer, adapt easier to the new environment, to the harsh environment. You may feel the harmony, the harmonious environment in your family, in your workplace. Yeah, To that limit, you will see the benefit very clear. Your work product will be better, you go to school, you have a high score, etc. And sometimes you have a power, ability, and healer. You just think to that person, and you can connect to the other person right away. Just one thought or one touch, you can send energy to the patient. You can have that experience. But then when you go higher level, you sit longer, 2 hours, when you don't have any other work to spend our energy, the energy build up. If it's the right direction, it's very good and it will lift you up really quick. But if not, be careful and you need to have someone to guide you. Alright? So that is for the meditation session in the morning and in the afternoon. Try to do it in the morning, it will be better. And also in the morning, we will have an opportunity to absorb more positive, complex energy than in the evening. Right? And I told you that already. Not try to stay too late or working or studying in the night time. So the same thing for meditation. The night time can help to relieve the very stressful hour, but it's not complete and it's not a positive effect. The morning session, on the other hand, it will have a positive effect. That means it can help to get rid or to relieve whatever left over. It also has the capacity to fill up the positive cosmic energy in the morning. So it fills the battery full charge and it lifts up your mind frequency so you can feel, you can send further, clear. Alright, so that is meditation. One minor thing I should remind you too about appreciation and transfer the merit. That should be done after every single activity. You do the walking meditation, after you finish a meal, after you finish a session of sitting meditation, you should send out the energy, the appreciation, merit to all the people surrounding you and to the people far away and the one you unknown, never know yet. Even though with the food we eat, you see before we have a meal, we have a high contemplation. And after, we should do the same thing shorter and more specifically. Because why? Again, every single phenomenon in this universe is the energy. Alright? And the law of conserving energy, we already know. Never born, never lost. We just transform from one to the other. And also the law of light attracted our life. I told you, if we like to drink alcohol, that way we will see each other in the bar. If we like to play cards, we will see in the casino. If people want to shopping, we will see each other in the shopping center. The same thing that law occurs in our body and with the relation to other people. So some people think that we have money, we can buy food, we can buy whatever we want. That's not really true. Think about that. If you have a friend, right? If you treat your friend good, your friend will come back. Doesn't matter you are the poor one or the rich one. But when you treat someone good, you treat someone nice, You're not expected, you're not asking, but they still come back to you, right? Voluntarily. But if you are a rich person and you treat your friend as a poor person nicely, they come back not because of your money, but because your behavior in action. On the other hand, if you treat them unnicely, doesn't matter how rich you are, they still don't want to come back. And how about the opposite? If you are the poor and you treat the rich unnicely, the energy is totally different. They never come back. So it happens to everything. If you not appreciate, that means you not treat them nicely. Even though you really want, they still never come back to you. Your loved one, your food, your environment, your cars, everyone, everything. So that's why it really scientific, because of the way you send out the energy. If you send out the positive energy, you will synchronize and collect back the nice energy. If you send out the unnicely, the hatred energy, the bad energy, you will synchronize and collect the bad energy back to you. Because that's the universal law. You cannot treat people bad and you expect the good thing to come back to you. No, it may happen once in a while, but in general, not. So that's why when we do anything, we should have the trend for the merit and appreciation. The more we send out, the more we can get back. Alright? And see, one more thing I should tell you in this framework. If nowadays, I don't know how many of you are aware that the sickness or the event happen in our life, it kind of predetermined. You know that? It kind of predetermined. It's not fate. Okay, it's not fate, what some people call it fate, but it's not. But it kind of predetermined in advance. And now, because we are going to the end of the cycle of development and spiritual development. So the event of the 2012 is not some big catastrophe. Or it's not like we used to think the end of the cosmic, the whole planet. But if we look back into the basic of the human being or the living being in general, the DNA structure, it's totally different. The evolution, it changed dramatically for the last few hundred years, especially close to the end of the 20th century. The DNA of all the living beings changed rapidly, especially for the human being. And then, before we think that we are a separate identity to the other, but actually not. The Buddha always said, we are, because of this, it will happen, it will happen before that. Because this one will follow the other one. And the science already proved that they have a DNA in one tube, and they have a current, and the energy is sent through the very small current. And the other end, they have 4 different tube solution without DNA left. But the signal of the DNA in the first tube will send it through the energy to the colon, and after a while it forms in the other 4 tubes the DNA exactly the same in the first one. And even though they try to use the purified solution, sterilized 100%, the experiment, the same thing happened and the result the same thing. And they do another experiment. They take the sand from the beach, right? In the sand, okay, 1 tube, they put the natural one. So that means it has all the particle, all the mineral, everything in there, and it has a living being in there. Algae, you may have some kind like the jellyfish, all kind of the particle on the living organism in there in the basic form. And the same token, they will send it through a very small column equipment that will just create energy like the cosmic energy. And at the end, they have several tubes of sand. But now they sterilize it and many times to make sure no living organism in there. But the result still come out the same thing with the first experiment. After a while, okay, all the living organism in here will send the signal of the DNA of the organism in here come over here. And okay, it could develop into the living organism in the other 4 tubes. What that means, because now we can transfer all our energy throughout the whole universe. Not only the mind, not only through the signal on the wavelength of our mind. Now we can send it kind of the material, but invisible. And one of the things is very interesting on that applied to the brain wave. And I told you this morning, this is when we get into deep sounding. At the first stage, not really deep, but at least the mind, okay, really stabilized. Not get into the sleeping state, not get into the drowsy state at the beginning. But do you know that the first supernatural power, the Buddha got after 49 days of sitting meditation, he what? He had a capacity to look back to see his life in the past from 100,000 years for himself and for all the living beings in the cosmos. Right? We can do that. We can experience that. For example, in the morning, you usually forget and you usually rush at the last minute. So you prepare the lunch box, you prepare the coffee cup, and you prepare the car key. Right? Sometimes you put in jacket already, the car key and the lunch box, okay, you put next to the door on the coffee cup, okay, lid on the car already. But and then you come back and your kid call you do something, your wife call you do something, and you are in the rush, your mind is really disturbed, right? And you forgot everything. And at the last minute, oh my God, where my key? Oh my God, where my coffee cup? You run around like a chicken without a hat, and you couldn't find it anywhere. So tired, you see that. At the moment when you sit down, you calm down, you take a few deep breaths. Your mind now still bright. Every reflect I will call. And worry I forgot, so that's why I already put it in my jacket already. Right? I put it on in my car already. And I receive that away. The problem, we cannot prolong that. We cannot prolong our stillness, our serene mind. So the longer we sit, the deepen our mind and the clear our mind. So the same thing in here. Now in the healthcare field, especially the psychotherapy and psychiatry, they can apply this field to help people to resolve the sickness or the disease. Not only happen in this lifetime, they can help to resolve the issue or the disease from the past life. It's so strange, but actually it happened. One example, one young lady always feel tired and had a feeling of nausea whenever she gets into the small room, and especially when it had no light on. In the small room, we had a feeling increase, and when the light turned off, that feeling terrible. But she cannot vomit. She just feels tight in her neck. It had a feeling of want to vomit but cannot vomit. But when she exits that room, it's gone. It happened for a long time. Go to the hospital, check up everything, blood test, MRI, CT scan, but everything physically normal. And check the blood test and everything normal. And then, okay, what they can do? The doctor had to send her through the psychology, psychology. Okay, to see if she had any problem with mind. Couldn't find anything, she had a normal life. It's just whenever she got into the small room, that feeling rising up right away. Turn off the light terribly. And okay, send her through the psychiatrist. Could not find out anything happened, anything wrong. And then back to another hypnotic psychologist. And this guy, this man, because he only practiced meditation, he experienced the study and he knows. And luckily, okay, he just let the patient by the technique of hypnosis, let the patient into this state. Not go to sleep, so cannot respond to his question, answer his question, but not in the mind consciousness, so the patient cannot tell the truth. Because some event, okay, they cannot share with the stranger. Or some event, okay, is so mediated, so they don't want to tell the truth. So that's why he just maintained the patient in his state. And he questioned the patient and lead the patient backward. For the 45-year-old, back to 35, back to, because we have some big event in our life. It will have the mark or the scar on our brain. For example, at birth, right, about 2 or 3 years old, about 7, about at the 13, 14, and first time when we met our loved one, when we graduate from school, when we get the first job, etc. That is some big event in our life, and it has a mark on our brain. So the doctor just lead the patient backward until the time when she first born, nothing happened. He took the patient back to the time when she entered the uterus, the placenta, for conception. Still couldn't find anything wrong with that. He brings his patient back to the last event in the past life when she died. What happened? Do you know? This young lady dead by a person trying to hold her neck up in the small dark room. So that image scare her to death and she struggled too strong, but she cannot get out of that situation. So that event and that energy too strong will impact on her long-term consciousness, or what we call the long-term memory, the number 8 consciousness. And we already learned yesterday, the energy of it is not only stored and remanifest in this lifetime, it can be carried on and remanifest on the next life. So from that on, they developed a technique, and they already helped a lot of patients. Not only the psychotic problem, but for physical problem like that young lady. Some people feel they have like a broken bone in the thigh or in the knee, but anatomy nothing wrong. Because in the past life they have the car ran over and they die. So that's why the energy, that image is too strong, it impressed on the brain at the last minute, so it carries on to the next life. The reason it's not remanifest right away in the early stage, because we are busy, think something, do something else, until a certain time when our mind will relax and the opportunity or the condition is favorable and it pop up and it's remanifest. So now a new direction for the therapy, we apply this one a lot. That's why if we do meditation, we can recognize, we can heal ourselves to resolve the issue in the past, not only for ourselves, but for the whole universe. By the time when we recognize the thoughts arise in our consciousness, that only happens in meditation. When we see that, we let it go right away and it disappears, never happen again, never come back again. But if we cannot recognize that, we follow that. That means we unconsciously we supply the energy for that, and it grows bigger and it will affect us more. If we suppress it, again we unconsciously supply the energy for that, and it becomes bigger, it will bother us more. And this is the cosmos consciousness. Alright? Like right now the information we have in the air. You see, you get on the internet. Can you tell me where are the information? You connect to the whole universe. All information in there. And you transform, you carry on from one place to the other place. So this is the time for us to correct and to filter. Whatever no good, we try to filter it out. Whatever incorrect, we try to correct that. And this act not only help ourselves, but it will help the whole universe. Right? In the future, we will deeper about this technique and this exercise. But back here, try to practice in the morning. The morning session is very important. Okay, now we talking a little bit about two important. First, we're talking about, again, the brain cell. And secondly, the liver cell. Why I only concentrate to two organs? In our body have many main organs, but why I just concentrate on two of them? For the brain cell, as you know, it's the headquarters of our body. So if anything wrong, the transmission, the message sent out will totally wrong, and the whole body will suffer the consequence of that. So that's why brain cell is number one. Alright? So the second one, the liver. Why did not the kidney? Why not the heart? Why not the lung? Yesterday I told you the liver. It's not only the headquarters of the digestive system. It helps the immune system to purify, to transform the toxin in our body. It helps the spleen to synthesize, to organize the circulation system in the blood. It also helps to regulate the enzyme and the hormone. It also helps to regulate our body temperature. So the liver does a lot of different functions. And now we have too many problems, too many disease, because he is the one and he has to take care of too many different tasks. And if he fails, that means the first thing we see that the blood is not purified, not good, so the whole body will be affected. So that's why I concentrate on two of them first. For the brain cell, if we don't eat breakfast or we overeat, usually we not overeat, we use undereat or we skip breakfast, all that will have a bad impact on our brain. Secondly, smoking, sugar consumption, especially the refined sugar, air pollution, lacking sleep, our head to cover while we sleep. Not only all of this habit can harm our brain cells, but remember, in our brain, what do we have? Top secret